Hey everybody, Axel Gumbel here with the Mayo Clinic News Center, and back with us is Mr. Anthony Brown. How are you, Anthony?
I'm fantastic, Axel. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. Anthony is a desk operations supervisor in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology in Rochester.
That's
And
correct.
Anthony, you were with us about, a year and a half ago,
Yeah,
because you created something called the Papa Doc Show. And remind our viewers briefly what that is before we go into the reason for today's visit.
yeah. The Papa Duck Show is simply comes out of the pandemic and the fact that I could no longer have in-person or face-to-face meetings with my 30 staff, weekly or monthly or otherwise. And because I have some video editing skills, I decided what better way to get the message out than just record a show of sorts that I could take care of announcements and updates and process changes and just put it out on video every week.
It's been quite successful.
Yeah.
You have various elements in there. Lots of humor. We'll talk about that in a little bit,
Yep.
but also a feature called the Yoantnys. And about 4 weeks ago, I think it was right before Christmas, you dedicated an entire show to this feature. So let's take a quick look how you introduced that show.
So I'm going to forego the normal format of the show this week. And yes, I know everybody enjoys the dad jokes and the bloopers and everything else, but every once in a while I do like to get a little serious about this institution, what we do for patients, and most importantly, the people that work here and what we do for the patients and each other. And this week really highlighted or illustrated that for me. And it was all because of something that happened on last week's show.
So Anthony, tell us what happened the week prior that led you to dedicating a whole show to Yoantny.
Yeah, so the feature on my show, which is actually a feature that I put up for all my employees, is something I call the Yoantny button. And my nickname for years has been Antony, and my moniker is kind of like, Yo, Antony, somebody did something really cool. Because as a supervisor, I really want to hear the good things that happen, because I definitely hear when things go wrong and things need to be improved. And I just think it's important that we buoy each other up and give each other compliments. And that's what the Yoantny button is. Hey, somebody did something cool and then I want to tell you about it. And what happened was actually the previous week was I had actually mentioned on the show that although this I get Yoantnys every week and it started to dwindle. Some weeks I got fewer than others, and the previous week I'd only gotten one. And I happened to mention, boy, it'd sure be great if I could get a lot more from you guys. And my employees, in fact, one employee in particular, saw this and took it upon herself to say, you know what, I'm going to make Anthony's day. And she started emailing everybody she could to say, go in and put in Yoantny in there. He'd love to see it. In fact, she even emailed my entire subscriber list. Because
Wow.
I have 300 people that subscribe to my show every week.
Yeah.
I have 30 employees. So, that kind of gives you the idea of the popularity. She emailed all of them. And as it turns out, it worked. I got 135 Yoantnys in 1 week.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
And not only did it make your week, obviously, but really, the beautiful thing is this made a lot of people's weeks and the people who submitted the Yoantnys too, right? I mean, it's
Correct.
a win-win-win.
That's right. That's the whole design about it, because once I get a Yoantny submitted, the person who got the Yoantny gets an email saying, hey, this person thought you did something really cool. Here's what they said.
So you did an entire show just sharing these Yoantnys, which was so powerful and so just so uplifting to watch. We thought we'd bring you on here today to share some of your favorite Yoantnys, because there were just so many, and we'd love to show all staff what this is all about. What did you bring us?
The first ones are probably some of my favorites, because when I encourage people to put these in, it doesn't have to be anything fantastic like they saved somebody's life. It could just be a simple thank you. And for instance, I've got a simple thank you from Liz Davis to Terry Landon Farrell, that are both DOS of mine in my department. And Liz said, a huge thank you to Terry for coming in on her off day and helping us out when we were short staffed. Thank you for being a team player.
So simple, right?
So simple, but so powerful that they
Yep.
got that simple thank you. Another one is from Christine Miller to Gina DeFrang. And that one said, today, as a surprise, Gina got me a cupcake for my birthday as she missed it last week. It made me smile and feel special. It was so nice of her. big majority of them were people that don't even work in my department. One was Casey Hart, who sent a Yoantny to Dr. Catherine Arendt. And it says, Dr. Arendt goes above and beyond every day and always has a smile on her face and will stop what she's doing to help. She's a great leader and role model.
I think you also brought a couple of examples from your patient care category, right?
One of my DOS, Stacy Wroblewski, just noticed something that Dr. Okino, who's one of our urogynecology surgeons here in obstetrics and gynecology, and wrote him a Yoantny that says, want to give a big thank you to Dr. Okino. He was scheduled to work from home on a research day and graciously agreed to come onto campus to see a patient. The patient just had a baby and was scheduled for a laceration check and had concerns. Her scheduled appointment was with a provider who wasn't able to make it in for the day. He really saved the day and provided excellent patient care. Thank you again, Dr. Okino.
Not a big deal for him probably, but it made such a difference for the patient, for his colleagues. Wow.
And that's the cool thing on these two things too, is a lot of these things are things that they're being thanked for that they do every day and don't think a second thought about. But hearing this saying, you know what, you just made a big difference in a patient's lives doing something that you would do for anybody. And it's just very impactful.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think you got another example for us.
Yeah, and this is from Kristen Sudam, who's one of my DOS, to another one of my DOS, Sarah Schmidt. And at the time, Sarah had been training Kristen because she was still fairly new. And Kristen said about Sarah, I've been so impressed with Sarah and the amount of pride she takes in rooming a patient. She really takes the time to get all the little details right. Each time she walks into a room, she makes sure the ambiance of the room, the first look the patient will get, is just right. She really showed me that it's not just how we interact with the patient, but the impression the patient will get by the feel they have when they walk into the room. She really takes the time to get it right and to make the patient feel comfortable. I really learned a lot about the relationship we develop with our patients and making sure we really do put the patient first.
I love this. This is a good example because, Anthony, this here, it was just based on an observation, right? One
Correct.
person watching another and being impressed or learning something and then feeling compelled to say, hey, thank you for that. She would have not found out otherwise, probably.
No, she just would have thought she was doing her job. And I can tell you, after watching Kristen for several months now, the methods or the way that Sarah goes about doing her job has rubbed off because I watch Kristen do it, and she does the same thing now.
This has really taken off, and it's become a very, very meaningful thing, or a meaningful way to express gratitude between, not only among your staff, but as you said, even outside of your immediate circles. What do you make of this? Why is this significant?
I'm a firm believer of just how much a simple thank you can be. But just getting something from somebody else saying, I like what you did a good job, thank you for being there, is so important to feeling that self-worth on our jobs. We need it now more than ever. And knowing, because every day it's starting to drag and it can start to wear on you. And the simplest little thank yous, the simplest little feeling of warmth from somebody else can go a long way to overcome everything we've had to endure. So this is it's taken on a life of its own, and I just love it and hope everybody can use it.
I warned you, there's going to be a little bit of a surprise in this show, right? I'm going to turn the tables on you for just a second, so I hope you're prepared. I'm going to share my screen, and let's see here if I can get that done. 1 second. Can you see those fine people?
Oh, yes.
On your screen. I'm going to get our us back here. All right, so you can ignore the guy in the top right. That's just old me. But tell us, who do you recognize there?
Well, we have leadership from practice ops or desk ops. We have in the lower right, we have Amy Van Gundy, who is our administrator. And we also have Lloyd Spear in the upper left. And in the lower left, we have Jodelle Nelson.
Well, I dug deep into your history here at Mayo, and I invited these folks to do a little Yoantny to you. So I will play this for you and take it all in. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Anthony, our paths have crossed numerous times over the years, and most recently the work that you've done with past video work. I've always enjoyed the humor that you bring to your work. The Papa Duck Show brings joy to many, and now Yoantny gives people another opportunity to share and recognize others. I know these meaningful messages bring you much joy, and thank you for all the work you do to recognize others.
Anthony, I was fortunate to start my career at Mayo over 11 years ago with you as my instructor in OOST, and I cannot thank you enough for always being so positive, engaging, and holding the true spirit of Mayo. The Papa Duck show is yet another way how you continue to highlight positivity and has quickly become my favorite part of the week, even with the bad dad jokes. Thanks for all that you do.
Anthony, I am so appreciative of your creativity and spirit you bring to desk operations. Recognizing others is sometimes difficult, but the Papa Duck Show and Yoantnys offer a unique venue on how we can pass along compliments and joy. Thank you for always going above and beyond for your team, desk operations, and Mayo Clinic. Thank you,
Anthony.
Hi.
What do you think?
Oh, you got me with that one.
I knew I might.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that was, thank you for that, Axel. And I will tell you what, that I was sitting there thinking, this is what the Yoantnys are all about. Those people saying thank you to me just made my day, made my week. There's two things from my show that I do that I think are so important outside of just the core messages that are really important to hear. I think we need to laugh every day at work. And I think we need to have a little bit of fun and build each other up and be able to compliment each other. It gives us the desire to come to work every day if we know we're needed and appreciated.
Other than that, Anthony, the Papa Duck Show, people can find it on Video Exchange, correct? Just searching Papa Duck. You have a channel there, I think.
I do have a channel. So if you just go to Video Exchange, search Papa Duck Show, there's a button up there that says search channels, or it's click channels. It'd be easy to click on.
Thanks for joining us again, Anthony. I hope to have you back sometime. You're really onto something. Thank you for that. And I hope you don't get an agent, because I don't know if I can afford you next time around.
Well, maybe we'll revisit this once I have just a Yoantny show by itself.
Awesome. Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time, and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you, Axel.
See ya.